All right. Welcome to another Who All is Gonna Be There Collectors Cast on this fine Friday night. Because it's not evening anymore. On the on this March 21st, I am gonna be your host this evening, Ayani Matrix Designs, otherwise known as Tony Man. And with me this evening is gonna be Falcon from Stately Falcon Manor.
That was really close to the camera. All right.
Welcome, sir. And I believe Mage, he was going to be hosting this evening, but he got called in for work, so I'm covering. And I think was it Petty King? He's out for vacay thing. I think
Yes, he's out of town.
he's out of town.
He's traveling. He's
Well,
spreading the petty love on a mission trip.
spreading the petty love. All
Spreading
right,
the petty gospel.
indeed.
So
So let me not blow my eardrums out here.
yeah, eardrums overrated.
All right. So, for the most part, sir, how are things going on your end this evening?
Oh man, so far so good. Holding it down. Trying to. Uh, as far as collecting goes, it's really slow because there's not a lot of stuff out at once. So it's like, man, it's just I'm in a long waiting period. A
I
long
feel
waiting
you.
period. It's like, man, every time I go out, I'm like, oh man, it's the same stuff you had in December.
Yeah, and
I'm
in
still
my
waiting.
case, like, I guess I'll switch my screen. Um, I got something I wanted a little
Yeah,
early already.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. I've been, I was real geeked about it until I don't know. I think there's some other figures I want to get before I think I want to jump on those Jada Toy Cyberpunks. Maybe if I watch the show, I'd probably encourage me more to get them.
Honestly, I think that's where my my initial like, oh my gosh, I got it now that they're out. I got to get these things came from. Although in my case, it was the moment they said they announced it. I'm like, oh shit, this is pre-order right now. Gosh, that was almost 2 years ago, I think. Um, but yeah, I definitely say the show did help that because the show is a solid story. Um, it fits in very well with the game,
Okay,
especially considering that it happens a little bit before, if I
okay.
recall. So for me, I'm a fan of the game and the anime, so that just said, hey, these characters are getting figures, awesome.
That was perfect for you.
Yeah, and I have Johnny somewhere. I think where the fuck I put him? Uh oh fuck, Johnny's just chilling somewhere. I don't remember where he went to. His drink is over here, so I'll probably give it to somebody. But uh I'll be honest though, I was more hyped for these figures than I
Hmm.
was when I found out that they had a Johnny figure, even though I bought it.
Okay.
And then I wanted V, but the getting Cyberpunk 2077 figures of any of the cast from the game besides Johnny for some reason was like very impossible sometimes.
Yeah.
Um, so it was like, oh, okay, well, I'll get these. Like these would be good. And not only that, okay, I will say it. Even though I've already complained the last time talked about these figures about the price,
Yeah.
I would say compared to the ones I think McFarlane and other manufacturers have put out, these are
Yeah.
better. I will say that
Oh
they are
yeah.
much better figures.
Yeah. You
There's no
get what
way
you pay
around it.
for. You
Yeah,
get what you pay for most
yeah.
of
I
the
mean,
time.
like to be fair, the big guy, you know, he's more expensive compared to Lucy's cheaper character
Right.
by comparison,
Uh huh.
but I do like the look, and like it translates very well into the figure. They articulate well, and we already talked about the soft goods.
Hmm.
And my only gripe is just gonna be like more accessories. That's mainly it. For the price point, I was thinking maybe I'll get more hands.
Yeah.
Like maybe an
Well,
extra head, so something.
yeah. Like I said, it's they probably spent most of the money is on that the soft goods because from what I've heard and a lot of people saying like those soft goods, especially for him, is is way above
Hmm.
um, what
Yeah,
you
and not only
expect,
that, he
above and beyond
has
what
a
you expect.
wire running through
Uh,
parts of
Jacket,
his soft goods, so you
yeah,
can actually pose it up and it'll hold the shape if you want it to look like it's floating in the wind or something.
right,
It will do that, and I like that. That's good. That's actually good design. And it's good follow through for that design.
right.
So it's not like, oh, I'm gonna take a shit on this figure. No, I like it. I just wish it had a little bit more going for it, but
Mhm.
they're good figures. Um, but think about this though, like
I won't,
comparatively, and I'll move my fat head out of the way so we could look
I won't
here.
think about it at all. Whoa,
Uh,
how'd you do that?
I just moved my camera module. Like I have it set up so it's on layers, so I could just go, okay, let me grab the video and just drag the source over. But yeah, but anyway, not Maya, she's Storm Collectibles. She is a much more expensive figure by comparison. Obviously, joints are going to be different, engineering. But she doesn't have any soft goods. She just has soft plastic for her flaps and for her other accessory bits. And we already know Storm Collectibles is good for hands, faces, like all that extra shit. But they don't have any soft goods on a lot of these figures. Like you're paying mostly for the engineering. I'm gonna be honest. That if you really look real close, that's what you're paying for. And then we have Jury, same problem. But hers makes more sense because she actually has like a skin tight suit. So it's not like you're losing anything for a character that's supposed to have soft goods because her outfit makes more sense. It's closer to her body, and the parts that don't really move too much around her neck are simulating thicker leather. Okay,
Right, right,
cool. Not a big deal. But for Mai's whole thing is like her mobility and her like flamboyantness. So her not having soft goods to kind of show that airy quality to her, in my opinion, it hurts. It hurts her figure. She's
uh-huh.
like almost twice the cost, even though I got it on sale. Um, compared to uh, compared to David. Um, actually, yeah, probably a little bit more than that. I think at retail she was supposed to be like 120, and I got lucky, and she was like I think $70 or $80 when I got it. It was so like I said, I got it on sale. I just wish she had the you know some soft goods that would have made her like an excellent figure. But just complaining and blah 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 blah. Just uh, but yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah,
But that aside, I have not done any toy hunting.
me neither.
It for me, it's been work, 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 work. I go to work. I leave the house at 6 o'clock or 5:30 some days in the
Yeah.
morning, and I don't get home often. Cases till like 7 or 8 o'clock at night. It just
Wait. You say what time do you go in?
I go in stupid early before most traffic kicks off. Like again,
What time do you
um,
have to be there?
I have to be there at 9,
Okay, okay.
but
Yeah, but you got to
I
get
get
there
up
before
early
traffic.
because other people gotta go places starting around 7:30, 8 o'clock. I mean, yes,
Mm,
7:30, 8 o'clock.
yeah.
So unless I want to get there later, it's better for me just to go ahead and just go early and then just take a nap when I get there.
And then what time do you leave?
I get off at 5,
Okay.
but I don't leave downtown some day. Well, now it's a little bit better, but it's between 5:30, 6 o'clock is when I leave downtown, and if traffic is trash, I
Right.
won't get home to about 7 ish, 8 ish.
Have you ever does it have you ever tried taking the star before? The train, does it work?
Oh yeah, the train will work.
Yeah.
But the train's final leave time is much earlier.
Oh wow. Okay, I thought it was around the business hours downtown. I didn't know that.
Oh yeah. So here's the
No, I
rub.
mean when it like I thought it left evenings like around 7 or some shit like that.
It does have an evening run.
Uh huh.
The problem is where it drops you off.
Oh, okay.
Um, and on top of that, I think the last run that would take me to my area, um, it's not. I think it's between 4 and 5, so I wouldn't be able to
Oh
make it
wow.
anyway.
Okay. Okay, I
And then
understand.
I have to take the bus down there, and it's just yay. Where I used to work, if you recall, was much closer. I could literally just go across the bridge and then
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
do that way.
Yeah,
But
that's an Uber right away.
yeah, well, I mean that wasn't even Uber. That was like a
I mean, you
10,
could
15
walk,
minute
but
walk.
I mean, if you like it was raining, you could Uber over there.
Yeah, but even in that case, I had the same problem. Most days, I would end before the shift that would allow me to get home, and just like,
Yeah.
and then taking a bus wasn't much better because
Yeah.
while I could take the bus, because at
Hmm.
that time I lived in an area where the bus was more prominent. mm, the problem was the connecting route going to my place.
Yes.
um it didn't run in the evenings.
That's wild. Yeah. Yeah. The bus
And
systems right here is trash, man.
yeah, that was trash. And then to make it worse, even if let's say if all the stars align, I get that bus, I would still spend about I think it's a 2 hour walk to get to where the mainline bus was. So I would still spend like another 45 minutes to an hour walking from the drop off point to that connecting bus
Yeah.
to get to my neighborhood.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, that
Yeah.
wasn't
The
going to
bus.
work either.
The public transportation system down here is straight trash, man. It's
It
just they don't want to do anything to make it better. It's just it's so trash. We're not gonna. It's Nashville's never. It's not really gonna be a true metro or big city until they
Mhm.
do start doing something better for
Mhm.
the infrastructure and the public transportation, man. Because you look at like I tell everybody, man, you look at all the other major cities, like the big cities you go to, even Atlanta, has a
Mhm.
really good
They got
uh,
the MARTA, which is the
public
bus system,
transportation
and then
thing.
they have a train system that connects and
Yeah.
does that thing to go into, like, their train system lines up with their bus routes. And and I'm like, so wait, you have train setups,
Mhm.
you have bus setups, uh, and everything kind of connects. And then was it Philadelphia is another one,
Okay,
um,
I've never been
or
to Philly.
Pennsylvania and Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Um, they also have a heavy train system that goes all over the place. They have excellent bus as well. New York is more
Of course,
trains.
of course, New York.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. But
But
yeah,
at
man,
least their trains cover a wider area, so you can get around town without too much
and
fanfare.
it's garbage down here, man. They don't
Yeah.
and they don't want to fix it. And it's gonna be real difficult to do that just because the way the city was initially set up is gonna be a huge overhaul if they
Well,
had
what's
to.
weird is we have
But
so much
I'm just,
rail system out in
but,
this place.
but what I'm just saying is just expand the bus times. You
Hmm.
know, I don't understand why the buses stop running at like 9 and 10. I'm like, that's just ridiculous. It's like
Yeah.
the last route is like 8. Well, get out of here, man. No, that's
It used to
ridiculous.
actually be between 10 and midnight in some places. Like if you're
Uh,
following the main line going downtown
yeah.
or coming, yeah, like the last route coming from, let's say, Madison, for
Hmm.
example. That would be last route was like 9:30 going back down that way.
back downtown. Yeah,
Hmm.
but that doesn't make sense. It's like, why would you make the last route going back downtown? The last route should be going away from
Hmm.
downtown. Taking people, or at least if people want to come downtown, there should be something to take people away.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know.
And that's a valid criticism because like I had the same thing because like Chattanooga, I think the buses will run the last route from downtown is like 10 or 10:30,
Hmm.
and you can get home from downtown
Yeah,
after 9 o'clock.
yeah. It's like, hey, I want to go downtown and drink and stuff, but I don't want to drive. You know, and the taxi and Uber's too expensive. I can just take the bus. And,
Yeah,
I can jump on the bus and have the bus take me home at 11 o'clock. I'm not saying the bus have to run till 1 in the morning. But at least later than 10 is.
yeah,
You
and
know.
totally, and it doesn't make sense that they. Well, actually, it makes total sense because of their sheer inability to want to, pretty much progress the system.
Hmm.
Excuse me. Um, and it's kind of frustrating because like people, like I work downtown. You live down there.
Yeah. Well,
And
yeah. That's
and
convenient.
it's just like if you wanted to go somewhere because your vehicle is giving you grief, your options are an Uber that costs, oh gosh, the Ubers cost way too damn much, especially now. Like, and you can complain about it, but they will not do anything about it because reasons. Yay. Um, and it is frustrating. Like I guess they're expecting the Ubers to kind of pick up the slack, but they can't because they're like the way I look at it, it's like you can't take an Uber from downtown. Like, yeah, you can't take an Uber downtown back to like satellite cities, um, without it being like just an experience that's just garbage. Like, what was it when MTAC first started up and they were in that major hotel? Is it the Hyatt or something downtown? Um, to get home because I guess an event was going like, oh gosh, I want to say it was probably like some concert or something, and it was going to cost me $100 to leave before 9 o'clock.
$100.
Yeah, and I'm like, I'll wait. I waited till I think about 11:30. Uber ended up going back down to like sub $30 range, and like I took the Uber back home. But like the fuck, the absolute fuck, and it's that is just very frustrating, and need to have a better system in place for that. I really do.
That's facts.
Hmm. But yeah, and that's just one of many issues we have with our area that we live in. What about you in the comments? No. uh, yeah, but that be that aside, it's I don't know, like as a progressive city, as much as we're, I guess, trying to progress because there's that aura of we're trying to make progress, we're building up areas of the town, we're constantly breaking ground and making new stuff and making it hell for the people trying to navigate.
Yeah.
And and I'm like, okay, so what about the people who are already there?
I know, right?
Um, like you can make it a little less crazy so people can get around.
They don't care
Um,
about that.
yeah, they don't care about that. If they cared, then we would have already had. Well, actually, no. One of the mayors, who was the mayor of Nashville for a bit, she tried to
Oh,
get like a monorail
uh,
going.
crap! I kept Megan Barry. Is
Yeah,
that the one? Yeah.
yeah. And then
No.
she got ousted because of some
Yeah.
affair thing and
Yeah.
all this other
No.
background
No,
garbage.
man. I'm telling you, dude. The dude. Oh man, I can't. Carl Dean. I think that was his
Hmm.
name. Was that his name?
Maybe.
I think that's his name. Whoever was the mayor before Megan Barry.
Hmm.
I think it was Carl name. But he's the reason we had the free city bus that was downtown.
Oh, really?
And yes, and because he used to ride the bus.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah, he used to ride the bus. I used to run into him at the art crawl, man. So
okay.
I used to run into him all the time. You'd see him walking around downtown, um, riding the little the green bus. I don't even know if
Hmm.
they have that anymore. I haven't seen it around lately. Um, like all there's a lot of things that he did for public transportation. Um, man, I can't. I don't know. They've done a lot lately for people like pedestrians. Like they've increased it, bike routes and um, pedestrian space.
Yeah.
Uh, there was he did some of that too, like sidewalks. But um, I don't know who started the initiative about the bike routes. Like did a whole initiative about bike routes.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, just public transportation is crazy. But
Well,
I went and I got some more for Tony books.
for me,
Yeah, yeah, man. It's starting to become a joke, like an inside joke to myself. It's like there's a cover I see. I'm like, I got to get that cover because Tony would love that.
oh my goodness. Of course you would.
It's- it's-
Tony would like it.
Tony would like it. So you know, well, especially if it's a book I want to get.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I got to get the Tony cover version of it. So here's a lecture on it. This is Daredevil Unleashed Hell. I think it's
Okay.
issue
Tony would
three.
like it. It's a nice
Tony would
cover
like
though.
it. Yeah. I got issue
Oh,
one. I
hold
didn't
up.
get
Let me
issue
blow you
two.
up, sir.
Oh, you ain't got to blow me up. You ain't
Yeah,
got to
I
blow me up.
am. There we go.
Okay. Yeah. Got that one. And then I had Psylocke's my girl, so I had to get Psylocke. But I was like, this is a Tony cover. Tony would love that.
That's a nice cover.
Yeah. But I don't have any nudie, nudie covers.
I mean, come on. I like collecting art. I'm not gonna shut the stream down though.
Yeah. Yeah. I got on other, and I've only got three things I picked up this week, or
Uh
since
huh.
the last time we've been together. Um, I got this
I
Spawn.
You look like a common writer.
He's I've never read the comic book, but he's based off of the issue, the Rat City. Spawn Rat City is the name of the comic book, but it's apparently it's supposed to be Spawn in the future. I can't remember what year. So it's basically
Hmm.
like a 2099 kind of thing.
That's interesting.
What is Spawn? I don't know what year, but I almost didn't get him. But I was like, it'd be kind of cool. This is the Chase version. There's another version that has more traditional Spawn colors. It's got white accents. But
The Chase version.
this is the
Oh,
Chase version. Oh, there I go again, knocking over stuff.
you're knocking shit over, sir.
Yeah.
You're getting like me.
Then,
Is it
then
Tony proof?
oh, nothing. There's nothing I have Tony proof. Then I don't know. I really don't collect Hot Wheels.
I mean, you've been collecting them recently.
Well, I get the ones I like,
Mhm.
but I wanted Optimus Prime. I could never find Optimus Prime,
Hmm.
but I found Ultra Magnus.
Ultra Magnus.
Yeah, and
Nice.
Optimus Prime and Ultra Magnus are the Chase. I guess the Chase ones out of the line. I don't know why, but they make them the Chase ones. So, but I don't know why they just couldn't be just normal release.
Well,
I don't.
I
That
can't
Ultra
really say.
Magnus.
Maybe people want the regular ones and the Chase ones just stay.
I don't know.
That could be one explanation.
But no, what I'm saying is like I don't know if you it's probably inverted. But anyway, like this is the wave.
Oh no, it's not inverted. I can read it. Ultra Magnus. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay. So
it's
that's
not clear, but I could read it.
okay. So that's the wave. So Ultra Magnus in this wave of figures is the quote unquote, I guess, chase, the one that's the rare of the group,
Okay.
which doesn't make sense. I don't know why they just don't release all of them equally. You know,
Same reason we complained about stuff like that before because they want
yeah.
to force scarcity.
But, but like I said, I never found Optimus Prime, but when um, I
Hmm.
don't know, I just got lucky with that. But then today I went and got another Mythic Legion. This is the one I was talking
Yeah.
asking Mage about, the Undead Builder.
Yeah. It actually looks pretty cool, and it looks like it's got glow in the dark effect.
Yes, apparently it does. I didn't know that when I was going to purchase it, and the guy at Totally Rad shined a UV light on it, and it glows.
Oh shit!
So
You got a
now,
UV light so we could see.
and now I need to get a UV light so I can demonstrate this next time. She said they were saying that a purple light. So I was thinking about using a purple gel to see if it reacted to it.
It should if
And
the wavelength's about right.
yeah, so I haven't tried that out yet. I might try that tomorrow or Sunday because it's supposed to be storming Sunday, so it might be a good. But what makes it special. I don't know if I have enough room to get all this stuff on here. Is the is not the glow in the dark effect, but all the pieces it comes with. It's called an undead builder because you have many options. I still got everything in the shell, so you got to excuse me my presentation.
Hmm.
So let me clear some more stuff out of the way. I was gonna have everything laid out, but I was lazy.
You couldn't
Okay,
get your
here we go.
setup in time.
Here we go. So it's got the. Can you see that? Okay.
I mean, I could see.
Okay. So it's got two normal skulls. There's got another glow in the dark skull, but you can change the arms and legs so it's not that translucent.
Oh, so they got literally
Yeah.
the one you have assembled, and then you
Uh
have
huh.
normal-ish
Normal
part.
arms, normal parts, arms, legs, normal feet, normal hands. It's got several different. Let me grab the other one. It's got several hands, like
Holy
an
fuck,
array
dude!
of clear, yeah, an array of normal skeleton hands. All kinds of stuff. All
Like
kinds of stuff.
that, you're talking about accessories for days, man.
Yes, yes, that's why I got it because it's basically two in one.
That is not two in one. That's
You know,
you do it
I
right.
mean,
You got like a dozen.
yeah. So if you get two, like, yeah, so like if you have two of them, you got all kinds of options. But anyway,
I mean, realistically, you have almost two full figures in each box.
yeah,
You just really need that core so you can attach them together.
yep,
And then with all the extra accessories, same thing. If you have more, you can build more.
yeah. So that's
Probably.
that's that's why I was like, man, did they have that undead builder? Because I need that. I need that. But
That's sick.
yeah, this the spread of accessories is fantastic. Comes with a couple weapons. Comes with like some uh handcuffs, like chain handcuffs.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like I said, the cool thing about the Mythic Legions line is that most of the pieces are interchangeable with every other figure that they got. So I can take all the pieces off of him and put them on another Mythic Legions that I have.
And
Even some of the Cosmic Legions.
yeah, and that's another thing. You have again not just one or two potentially. You got a dozen
Dozen, dozen.
because and you know what, Mythic Legions is really good for that. Like every now and then we give them grief because of sometimes it's 1.0 figure tech,
Yeah.
but for all of that griping, they actually have rather decent figs that interchangeable for a wide variety of purposes.
Yeah. And the articulation scheme is getting a little better. If they just put some butterfly joints on some of these things, man,
Yeah.
um, that would be great. Uh, they finally did better with the midsection. Like, okay, but the thing is, they lean more towards sculpt and detail, and not so much towards articulation, like
Hmm.
some figures do. So there's some points of articulation that you're missing, but that's
Yeah,
not
like
their
the arms, the and the thigh swivel.
yeah. But the good thing is like with this, like it's a single jointed elbow, but it gets a pretty good bend
Hmm.
for a second joint. But it's just like you don't get a cut here. It's all at the waist. It's just like I said, it's they a lot of people don't like them because articulation is not
It's not as good.
it's, it's not as it's not super articulated, but
Yeah.
it's articulated enough. And like I said, they're kind of like NECA and McFarlane, where they lean towards more towards sculpt and detail versus articulation.
And honestly, there's nothing. It's nothing really like super duper terrible about that because again, it's it works. Like you get a
Yeah,
figure that looks good
it poses
and
okay. But one of the skulls, let me see if I'll get it. See if I can get it set up. Well, I'll just take the skull out. You know, some toy ASMR real quick. Yep, that's the skull. That piece. Yeah, there it is. So, like I said, it's the undead. So it's like a ghost kind of thing. Anyway, so like you got a full skull, but then you got this skull here, which is like a half skull, so it doesn't have the jaw.
oh
Can you
wait,
see
so it's
that?
like a half face.
Yeah, so it's missing the jaw. So there's let's see. So there's I put it down, grab that piece. There's two of these, so I'm just gonna do one. So you could put this oh, so it gives it that thorough look.
Oh wow, that's kind of weird,
Yeah.
but kind of cool.
Yeah, there's another one that like really covers up his mouth more, or where his mouth would be. Then there's these things you can put inside the eyes. Do this off camera so I don't look like an idiot. It gives it like this, almost like Ghost Rider.
Hmm,
So they're coming out of its eyes.
that's neat.
Can you see that? Okay. Is that okay?
I mean, I see it.
Yeah. I know some of the background is probably
Yeah, it's probably because the focus is going on to the
yeah,
comics,
comics, but
but I could still
yeah.
see.
Yeah. So when you have all that stuff together, it makes me think. Makes me think of Ghost Rider. Where it has like the
I mean,
whole.
that's still neat though. Like, I mean, I like it. It's kind of cool. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I dig it.
Yeah, I like it, man. It's cool. But then, yeah, yeah, I like it. I was there, and I went there to get that, but then I saw the horse. I was like, man,
What?
they got a horse. I was like, man, I need a horse to go with Sir Elijah, because I didn't know he was. That's his specialty. He's a horse rider. I guess that's what I'm looking for. That's his specialty. He's a messenger, so he's pretty good at riding horses and stuff. I was like, man, I need to get a horse for him to be on. Posing with. I was like, man, I can only get one. I I think part of me's thinking I should have got the horse because there was only one horse, but there was of the multiples of these. I was like, well, I'll just take a chance and see. If the horse is here next time, I'll get it. The horse is also a little expensive.
Yeah, I mean, if it's the same articulated horse that I've seen, in a lot of people's setups for some of these legions,
Yeah.
then yeah, that damn thing is not cheap, like at all.
Well, it was. I think it was.
But it's
I think
pretty
it was.
detailed though, so you can't really fault it for being cheap. I mean, for
No,
expensive.
I think this was 65, and the horse I think was 75.
Yeah, like I said, it's not cheap, but
It's
it's
not
not
cheap, but
bad.
I think it was 75. So, but it was huge. It had all kinds of like stuff on it. It was man. Yeah, it looked like a $75 horse.
Hmm.
you know.
If I understand correctly, it also has really good articulation too.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. But I was like, you know what? I'll take a chance, and if it's here when I come back, it's here. If it's not, it's not. It is what it is. I'm not gonna stress about it.
Huh. I feel like it will be because again, it is a pretty expensive item.
That's what I
But
thought, but the guy told me that somebody else was looking at it. He's looking at
I,
getting it.
well, think about it. You both are looking at it. Doesn't mean
Yeah,
both of you are buying it right then and there.
yeah, that's true.
It's a very good possibility that he did exactly what you did, and you're gonna pop back in, and it's gonna be yours.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope so. Because that thing is that thing is that thing. Once if I do get it, it's gonna be a centerpiece. It's just gonna be. I might. Yeah, it's gonna be a centerpiece. It's always gonna be on here. This table, like Michael Jackson is now. He's always on the table. And he of all. Whoops. Well, he was my favorite figure until he fell. No. Of all the figures I have, he is. I won't say he's my favorite, but he's up there. He's up there. He's up there, man. I'm so happy to have this figure, even though it's a knockoff. I don't care.
I mean, is it a knockoff or is it a third party?
Same thing. No, I think it's. They said it was a knockoff. I don't know who made it. Mage said it's a knockoff too, because I got the same one he has.
Ah,
And
okay. So
when I got it from the guy, he told me it was a knockoff. So
okay.
I just
Well,
don't know. I don't know what that means anymore.
so the way here's how I say it. Like knockoff would mean that it exists from a mainline manufacturer like Figma, right?
Right.
And then somebody dismantled this thing and literally copied all of the parts and then painted it up and bam, now
Yeah.
it's in the wild and it exists.
Hmm.
But if it's a third party, that means somebody made their own figure. They couldn't get the license for it, and they just sold it as is, as the uh was it the criminal dancer?
Okay. Well, I guess in that case it would be a third party because
Yeah,
yeah, in the way in your definition to be a third party.
yeah. Because again, you could have some really, really, really good third party figs,
Yeah. Hmm.
and they just can't get the licensing to sell them normally.
Yeah.
Like Theo, right?
Hmm.
Theo is an official licensed character from SNK.
Yeah.
So is the rest of the SNK line on 5K Toys, which is great. Like except for the
Hmm.
fact that I missed Leona and I didn't get a chance to buy her. I feel really pissed about that. I mean, she looks great, and I like the hair, but I did a dumb move and I did not go and get her because I was broke and
Well,
You know,
that's not a dumb move. If you're broke, that's not a dumb move at all.
I mean, true, true. It's just I had been thinking about it for a minute, and I'm like, well, what if I just go ahead and get it now, and then it finally ships and it's out for a bit, and
Yeah,
then I'm like, hey, I got the money, maybe I could. It's like, nah. So not necessarily dumb, but also kind of, yeah,
it is what it is.
it is what it is. But
Now we should let go.
in any case, being third party doesn't mean it's a bad fig. It
Oh
just
no,
means that they couldn't get the
it's
license.
not the official license figure. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, not,
And hell, it could
not,
even be better than some mainline ones, man. Let's be honest.
yeah, like those CT toys figures
Oh,
everybody's going nuts about.
golly,
Yeah,
man, these damn things are nice. And it's so frustrating.
it's like just because they didn't have to pay for the license, you can get it for like I think they said it was $20 or something like that. But it's everything is basically the same figure, and people like it better. I'm like, mm,
Yeah, and golly, like I think there was even an unlicensed Spider-Man toy I remember
yep,
seeing sometimes back. It had the same thing, like better articulation compared to anyone. And aside from the fact that it wasn't licensed, it's great. Most of the
yeah,
freaking awesome Transformers figs, same thing. They're not licensed, but holy fuck, I wish they were. But let's be honest, though, they're probably like three times the damn price.
part of it. Yeah, triple the price.
I mean, not that I could buy them anyway, but because golly, some of those, they're third party, they're expensive, and they can fully transform. But Hasbro has no engineering teams to make a transformable transformer that's pretty decent scale.
No, they don't.
I mean,
People,
if a third party could figure out, surely they could.
that's not what they're
Surely,
putting they're not putting their man hours into that.
man, not pulling their man hours, my ass. They, they're
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 putting the man hours
firing
in
the
it.
man
Yeah,
hours. What are you talking about?
like get out of here.
I remember at some point they got rid of the guy who was doing the. I think he was doing the sculpts for the GI Joe figs.
Uh huh.
I think that happened recently. Remember.
Yeah, that apparently I think the guy that started Valorverse used to work for Hasbro.
I would not be surprised.
I think that he used to work for them. Um, pardon me for a moment. I gotta run to the bathroom. I shall
Yeah,
return.
yeah,
After
I'm right here.
these after these messages, we'll be right back.
While he's gone, and I have your attention. Actually, I don't have your attention because I don't have any good backup ways of doing stuff. I could probably test this audio here, see what it sounds like. Oh, that is terrible. We have dance, pop, acoustic, cinematic. Ooh, what is that? It sounds like sleepy music. I am so sorry. So, for the most part, I was thinking we could play some audio in the background. We have no good choices. My apologies, anybody who's listening in. Um, Only music you have made or authorized to use. Oh, I don't have a full paid thing. Oh well, too bad for that. Um, I could get some night white bat audio. That could be interesting. Actually, you know what? I could. No, I'll do that later. But for the most part, we're just talking figs, talking plans and stuff. I will. Uh, well, who would I pick up? I'll pick up. I should work on this figure. This figure here, I exclusively bought so I could do mod on it. And honestly, the skin tone is exactly where I want it to be. The hair is perfect. Let me switch screens here. Yeah, so the actually, yeah, she even has the hair bows in the right spot that I want it. This should be like I want to modify this one so I could have my character as this figure because it's literally a perfect. Yeah, it's like a near perfect model. Can I even show this on stream? Let me find it. Let me see if my reference here is going to be too too much for the stream. It probably should be okay. I have a cosplay photo. I have a reference sheet. Yeah, that should be enough. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. I wonder how I could share share this presentation. Oh, I could show it as an image file. That's weird. And of course, it's stuck because it's trying to wake up this hard drive. But yeah, um, I specifically got this. Oh, I could probably do this in. I could have done this in my OBS thing. Oh well, I'll just do it over here. But yeah, I got this figure specifically so I can modify it and do some stuff with it. And the main thing I will have to do is paint the hair. I wonder if the screen will allow me to show the figure and let me see. Patreon fan art. Where did I put it? Dropbox. There we go. Oh, were you during the con? What do you? Wasn't that hot? So luckily, it's like your standard crust. The crust is too thick. I don't really like it. Me, something that has a crust that gets bread sticky. She deserves everything in there. She worked so hard. She's very passionate about the crust, I suppose. That was our culture. Yo.
Man, did you see that?
No. What?
It fell.
Where stuff fell over?
Yeah. I was on the way and I heard someone go doom. I'm like, something fell. Someone walked away. Like that motherfucker.
Oh, I was actually trying to find a reference because I was talking about why I bought this figure I have on my screen here.
What figure did you? What figure is that?
Yeah, hold on. Let me switch back and move my face. There it is. Okay, so maybe I could show this without like completely obliterating our stream. Yeah, there we go.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I bought this figure that I have with the workout suit, so I could make a custom of my character that I designed years ago.
You designed that character?
Yeah.
What's her name? Maya?
Maya.
That's what I said, Maya.
Yeah, but I.
She looks very Medusa-like.
Well, not Medusa-like, but
that's a joke. That's a joke.
Anyway, but yeah, but I bought it because honestly, like she even has the twin tails in the right place for her design.
Mm-hmm.
So, and a very similar hair part. Cool. Not quite, but it's close enough. And then the other one is, huh?
She said you're gonna make her into that figure.
That's the plan.
Word. Cool.
Because this skin tone can kind of work as it is.
Uh-huh.
But golly, what is up with my body being weird?
So what's Maya? What does she do?
She is a character in a game project that I seem to be like long in the tooth on working out details on. Mm-hmm. But for the most part, she is, in the case of the game, supposed to be like the hero character who, supposed to go solve the problem of saving the land from chaos and destruction.
Ooh, what land?
Well, in this case, I
Ukraine.
had set her up as like again like an RPG
Hmm.
scenario.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Yeah, it's more akin to like the idea was this supposed to be like what was it? Jade Empire sort of combat.
Hmm.
Since this started, the things have changed a bit.
Hmm.
um,
Hmm.
but for the most part, uh,
That's an
that was kind of.
understatement.
Hmm? Let me close that real quick. What did you say?
I said that was an understatement. You said things have changed a little bit.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Things have changed. Um, like game design, areas of focus, console. Golly, yeah. Like I said, this project's been long in the tooth. Um, for the most part, she's just been made as like a glorified character for me to practice concepts with and have art done of. Um, yeah, but that's pretty much it. Yeah, but that's why I bought that figure. And apparently, they're doing a second run on 5K for pre-orders,
Uh huh.
and it's kind of cool.
So are you gonna like give her soft goods or something like that?
That's the idea because her. Let me bring it back here. Um, like the leggings, like. Well, actually, here's the thing. I like what the figure has
Uh
for
huh.
like starting like outfit sort of thing,
Okay.
and I want to figure out how to make a black version of the leggings. The top is going to be a very different thing because it's more like a bodysuit that turns into like dress flaps and stuff. So I
Hmm.
have to figure out how that would work on a doll.
Yeah.
Um, but for the most part, I got to figure out how to make stretchy leggings and arm covers because whoever the company that made the outfit, I'm like, wow, how the fuck did you make something on that scale? That's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
I would say go to
And
Joann's, but they're about to close.
oh gosh, let's not even start there, man. That's just that's a sad thing about what's going on with Joanne's. Like, been around for like decades, and then you're just gonna fucking disappear.
Yeah.
Like,
That's how a lot of places are.
I don't understand what happened other than the fact that gross mismanagement. Like,
Yeah,
that's
I
the
get
only thing I
like
could think of.
I don't I don't know what else. I mean, I don't know.
Because
I never go there, so I don't know. It doesn't affect me one way or the other. But I know there's some people that especially there's some people that probably just religiously go there, make their own clothes and fabrics, all
yeah,
that other stuff.
cosplayers
You know,
go there or did go there a lot. Um, I went there for model ink. I mean, not model ink, model paints. Um, I went there for some bits for like trying to figure out like making certain stuff. Um, I also like arts and crafts stuff because
okay, I didn't know they had
I
all
didn't
that
have to
there.
go to another art store that was across from my workplace. I just like ran straight over. Hey, I
Hmm.
need this thing for a project. Okay, it's over in this aisle. Cool.
Yeah,
Granted, Hobby Lobby was down the street, other direction, but they usually were closed by that time. And
yeah.
why run across the world when it's right there?
Hmm.
But yeah, it's kind of sad.
Yeah, it is
But
that.
I think they were having problems with this. Like they couldn't have staff to keep a lot of
You
these
say
places open. Let me
you
switch
said
out
they're
from.
understaffed.
Yeah, like severely. Um, but like like the one that I was next to for years. Um, like up and like okay, so COVID obviously hurt their business. That was
Well,
obvious.
yeah, COVID hurt everybody. This guy.
Um, but after COVID and let's see, up until I left Staples, um, they had literally the manager and maybe one or two actual employees in the whole store. Like, and that's just the local one. Nationwide, I was hearing that they were having issues keeping people employed, like hired at some of these stores. Again, similar
Mhm.
issue to the one that was local to me. And then on top of that, it's like just it's just difficult to just get certain things done with the store. So it's just like, my gosh. So that's why I think it's like a giant gross mismanagement,
Yeah,
because it's like it's hard to say, oh yeah, 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 it's just XYZ. It's like it has to be from the top down because that's the
oh,
only way it makes sense.
you mean it's from A all the way to Z,
Hmm.
not just X Y Z, because that's the bottom.
Yeah, yeah, because it doesn't make sense that you're only like staff is literally only part of the equation. Like there's stuff missing. Yeah, that's the best way to explain it. It's just because that's just crazy. But now there's not going to be a Joanne's anymore,
No,
so
it's not
I
gonna be
guess
a
it
Joanne,
doesn't
so I
matter.
guess it doesn't matter. Everybody's gonna have to go to Michael's or Hobby Lobby.
Oh gosh. Normally, I okay, Hobby Lobby, I don't mind. Well,
Hmm.
I kind of do mind. They apparently have their own level of bullshit they're on.
No way.
Um, Michael's is just further out
Oh,
comparatively. I guess that's the only thing that makes sense. Like it's literally like our closest Michael's is Madison.
wow. Okay. Wow. Really?
Yeah, because there used to be one closer, and that shut down a while back.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah. So that closest one's Madison.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's not nearby.
No, not for you.
Mm-mm. Well, maybe I don't know. Other places it could not have the same issue that Nashville has because Nashville, you would think because there's art schools and creative people in this area,
No,
there should be like a lot of art supply stores,
yeah.
but it's
No,
it's
they don't.
actually not.
No, they don't care about us. They don't really care
Hell, I mean, we
about us.
barely have a camera store here.
Man, that really hurts. Every once in a while, I'll be like, man, I sure wish I can't even go by the camera shop. Well, there's Pixel Connections, but
Yeah, but
Darius was just
it's
Darius was special.
yeah, it's a little different because like Pixel Connection kind of came to fill in the gap after we lost Duries,
Yeah,
but
it's a cool
Dury,
small shop though.
yeah,
Darius was
Dury's was like the go-to place for anything
yeah,
camera stuff. Like
yeah,
now with it
yeah,
gone, it's like, oh, we might have a thing.
yeah.
Where is it? Yeah, that's the best thing I can say. Like, just where is it? Like, 'cause I think I see it from the highway, but I don't know how to get to it from
Oh,
where we drive
yeah.
through.
It's
It's a little wacky. Um, yeah, it's. Have you been there?
Pixel Connections. Yes, that's where I got the umbrella from.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah, and um, I've been there a couple of times because they used to be in a different spot, and I went there trying to try to go to a little workshop they had, but
Mm.
it wasn't because I remember I left a Kaikon or MTAC, one or the other, and tried to get there, and it wasn't what I thought it was going to be. But then they moved to the new spot, and that's where I went and got the umbrella from, and I was like, man,
Oh.
this. I was like, man, this is a lot better, because the new spot. is way better than their old spot, and it feels like a little. What was the other camera store? What was that small camera shop? I can't even think. Was it Wolf Cameras?
Maybe, but I haven't been to Wolf Camera in like
Yeah,
decades.
that's what I'm saying. But it was a long time ago. But it was old. But it shut down a long time ago. I think it was Wolf Cameras. It kind of reminded me of that. When you walk in, it's that kind of
Mm.
feel. I think if I'm remembering Wolf Cameras correctly. But no, man, it was a cool. It's a cool spot. It's just like I said, Durious was just had that nostalgia and the fact that it was a local place, locally ran, locally owned. Still was able to bring in um, like Adorama used to show up there, and Sony used to come there, and so it was
My
pretty cool.
word.
But yeah,
It, ah, you know what? And it's really bad because like I would like to have more camera store options, but I think Pixel Connection and what's the camera gear rental shop? It's
oh, lens rental,
yeah, Lens Rentals. I think that's in Franklin.
Brentwood, the same thing. Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, for all intents and purposes, it's still out of the way, you know. Um, but at least they can mail you your shit.
yeah,
You'll get it in
yeah,
about a day.
yeah,
I mean that's the that's probably the one useful thing. Um, it's just frustrating when you're trying to figure out like I would like to go to the store, but they don't really have a store. It's just more like a pick up in person location with like a small warehouse of two people working a desk. At least that's how it felt like the last time I went there. Ah,
yeah, yeah. It'd be nice to have more camera options, but at least we got one. At least we got one.
yeah.
Oh man, I almost turned this light off.
Don't knock over more shit again.
No, 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 no. Try not to. Not today.
Hmm. You try not to. We shall see.
Man, there's a there's a Toyland. I don't know if I want to go to Toylanta or not, man. I want to go. I just don't know if I'm gonna be able to go.
Wait, so Toy Lanta is just like the toy store thing,
It's a
right?
it's a convention,
Hmm.
but it's nothing. It's a toy based convention, toy themed. But
Hmm.
I think it's kind of like Wizard, but it's just I've never been, so I don't know. I'm just speculating. Um, but from what I've read, it's just a whole bunch of toy vendors. It's supposed to be a big deal because I think Savage Crucible is going to be there, and Four Horsemen is going to be there, and it's a lot of, I guess you could say, third party people are going to be there. Um,
Hmm.
I think Savage Crucible's there. I think it's the one I saw Savage Crucible at, but it's in Duluth, Georgia, I believe. I think that's
Hmm.
what. But I don't know, man.
Duluth. It's like what?
I think
Instead
it's
of
in
it being
Duluth.
4 hours, it'd be like what, three
It's like,
ish.
ooh, I don't know about that. Let me look it up. I think it's in Duluth, but let me see where Duluth is first. Nope,
Hmm.
it's almost 6 hours.
Fuck. Okay, so it's past Atlanta. You got to actually go past it.
No, no, it's above it.
So what is it? You going down and going like in a swoosh to go to it?
Uh, it's it's northeast of Atlanta.
Hmm.
But let me. I don't know if that's where that. damn convention's at anyway?
Well, I mean, I guess the only you could check out, previous coverage, and it'll tell you enough.
Let me see
Well,
where
I
it
say that,
is.
and it could show you
Yep,
nothing.
it is in Duluth. It's in Duluth, Georgia. Yep,
Ah, Roger.
it's 5 hours and well, right now it's 5 hours. 5 hours and 52 minutes. It's crazy, huh? I didn't think it was that. I didn't. Wow. Why is it that far? I don't understand it because I didn't think it was. I thought it was just like 5 hours to get to Georgia. I mean, to Atlanta.
Wait, so
It's
um,
6 hours to get to Atlanta.
wait, what?
Yeah. Wait wait a second. Why is it? It's not taking me through Chattanooga. That's one reason.
Oh, is it doing like it's going around, and that's why you're getting these weird
Yeah.
extended hours?
Yeah. It's not taking me through Chattanooga. That's weird. Why would it not do that?
Okay, I don't understand that map.
Maybe okay. Maybe it's All right. That's better. All right. That's better. I'm like, wow. Okay. Apparently, I had a filter on that avoided something. It's 3 hours and 40 minutes to there. Okay. Cool. That sounds better.
Oh my
Like that
goodness,
is not
bro.
right. Like that is not right.
That
Yes, it's
doesn't
3 hours.
sound
Okay,
right at
it's
all.
4 hours to Duluth, Georgia. Wow, I was like, that didn't make sense. Why would it do that? And why was that filter on? All right, that makes more sense. It's four. Okay, so it's 4 hours there. Anyway, anyway, me and my inability to use Google Maps.
Inability, my word.
But yeah, but I don't know. It's gonna be that might be like a day before decision or if I go or not.
I mean, if it's on a Saturday, I could always, tag along and we go see what it's like.
I'll think about it. It's just because what I would really love to do is go down there and like interview, like do some interviews of the people at the booths um,
Hmm.
outside of shopping. But because I don't know I'm not going there for like the cosplay scene, but you never know what you might get when you get there. I was really going to see like the booths and experience, some of the the figures that I've never seen. I think let me double check. Let me go ahead and look it up, see if Savage Crucible is going to be. I think they are. So yeah, Four Horsemen is going to be there. Animal Warriors of the Kingdom, uh,
Hmm.
Operation Monster Force, Ram Toys, Creative Beast, uh, Grindhouse. I never heard of them. Yeah, Savage Crucible is going to be there. Um, who's this? Odd Frogs. Apparently, they do 1/12 vehicles. So yeah, there's some other companies I haven't even heard of. But yeah, the
Hmm.
big ones are like Savage Crucible. Um, never heard of Creative Beast. Animal Warriors of the Kingdom, Operation Monster Force. Four Horsemen. Those are the big ones, though.
Okay.
Ram Tortoise. But anyway,
Okay. Well, I mean, okay. It sounds a lot like stuff we would, potentially look at anyway.
oh yeah, oh yeah.
And hmm, could always just, well, actually, here, let's just be fair. We could try it out. I don't know. You could always try to do a press thing. See,
Uh, uh, I think it's only $20 to get to go in. Well, I think it was 20, and I'll double check on. It may be too late to sign up for press.
Okay. Well, if nothing else, like, is it a 1 day thing or is it a weekend
No,
con?
it's a weekend. It's a weekend thing.
Okay, so weekend con. I mean, like I said, it wouldn't hurt to check it out for 1 day.
Hmm.
Again, it's up to you because it could honestly work one way or another. You could end up being stuck, like, oh, I got work that day, and you can't go. When is it anyway? What you didn't tell me that.
It's next weekend, the
Next week.
28th.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, the last weekend of the month. It's the 27th, 28th, 29th.
Oh wait, so they're doing Thursday, Friday, and Saturday?
No, no, 20, 28, 29. Whatever next weekend is.
Okay.
It'll say 28, 29, 30. 28th. No, it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
um, well, like I said, for stuff like that, that's out of the way. We could always just, if you're, look, it all depends. If you're not sure, you can't go. That's how it always works. But yeah,
Yeah. Oh man. So are you? Oh, never mind. Mage is the one that did the press for MTAC.
oh, okay. So he submitted for it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then we just got to hear back from. Although some people are a little annoyed because they haven't even announced guests yet.
Yeah, and it's like it's coming up. It's gonna be here pretty soon. It's in April. It's Easter weekend. They haven't made much announcements, but it is in April. Yeah, it's April.
Yeah,
It's
it's
Easter
it's
weekend.
like about a
Easter
monthish
weekend.
away, and
Yeah.
we don't know who's gonna be there. I haven't
Hmm.
heard, who's gonna be boothing there.
I think it's
Actually,
is it Easter weekend?
yeah. Well,
Uh,
I think it's
it's no.
18th, 19th, and the 20th. So I think it's
Yeah,
before
yeah.
Easter.
Nope, nope, nope. It's Easter weekend.
Okay. Oh, that is.
Because it's always Easter weekend. It's always been Easter weekend. Yeah, that's works. Yep, yep, yep. It's always Easter weekend. So yeah, it's Easter. But anyway, yeah, they haven't made much announcements, have they? It's,
It's not much. It's like none.
man, how do you expect people to be excited for your convention? You're not saying anything about it, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, people are gonna show up because that's what we do. The locals will, but maybe it's losing steam. I'm really excited for ICC CCCCCC Con.
C C C C C C C
Yeah,
C.
yeah, that's the one I'm looking forward to because it's. I hope it does well in the location that it's at.
Are they back? Where are they back this year?
There, you know the hotel that we had, MTAC Line Con in
Wow, over
Murfreesboro.
there?
They're in Murfreesboro, but you know they're using that hotel. But ever since that we had Line Con that year,
Yeah.
the year they had MTAC, it wasn't as developed as it is now over there.
Yeah, yeah,
Because
I remember they had
yeah,
like the okay, so they had what was it? It had Walmart a few minutes away, and then you had the Good Eats location within walking distance if you chose to walk, but otherwise you could take the
yeah,
little bus out.
yeah. It's out. It's close to Murfreesboro, but it's. I think the location. I've always said they should MTAC should have gone back to that
Hmm.
area. You know,
Yeah, I agree. Because now
just
they have
because.
multiple hotels they could use.
Yep, yep.
You have, like I said, you have food options. You got late night options.
Hmm.
Hell, like yeah, that's like okay. That'd be good because then they could literally split the hotels better because it's literally like you don't have to take a
Yeah,
bus
you don't have to take a bus.
and you could just go boop 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 boop, boop.
Yeah, but
And then the vendor hall will be easier to get to because remember that one year MTAC split up the artist alley and the merch hall
man,
and they had like literally the one hotel that hardly anybody went to had all of the artist vendors.
yeah,
And
yeah.
I'm like,
That was
that's
so stupid.
it was super stupid, man.
So stupid. And the problem I've always had with that is the shuttle takes so long, you know, to
Yeah,
go
like
from from one hotel to the next. And it almost feels like they only have one or two shuttles going. Maybe just one, but it just seems like it takes forever because you'll go out there and there'll be a line of people
yeah,
waiting for the shuttle. Like
and
what?
I think the shuttle's supposed to go every like 20 to 30 minutes,
Yeah.
but it never felt like it was that short. It always felt like you said, you're waiting and waiting and waiting. It was
And
faster to go walk.
and
Walk down the hill.
I've I've never once gone to the other hotel.
I've been there. Oh gosh, what happened? I
I don't
went
think
there
I have.
multiple times to
Yeah.
one time is because one of my clients was over there,
Yeah.
and then a couple more times because I found out oh Artist Alley's over there. I got to go over there,
Yeah.
and then oh yeah, same problem. I had to go over there for like analog gaming because
Yeah, they
everything was
did do
pushed over
that.
to the
They
hotel.
did push everything over there. That was so stupid.
Yeah, and I think they still have some of that stuff segmented over there, but they moved the vendors in the Artist Alley into the Sheridan
Yeah.
because
Man, I wish a KaiCon would. Man, I love that convention space. I love that area, but I still think it's not a good spot. Let me. I love the building, but I don't think it's a good spot for conventions like a KaiCon or whatever. Because I think the hotel needs to be next to wherever you're having the convention held. You know.
yeah, I agree because it's like okay, it's great for everything it does,
Mhm.
but then when you need to crash or you need to go get adult beverages or just
Yeah.
or hell just anything that's not like you have to go change your outfit.
Yeah. You gotta go so far away.
Yeah,
You know.
and that's probably the one thing that really hurts the con because a lot of people want to change outfits and they can't change them on the
And
fly.
they can't. They can't.
Yeah.
They're like, man, I got all these I want to wear, but no, you gotta You gotta drive what a whole exit down.
Yeah, I mean it's like what 5-ish minutes, maybe less,
Man,
but it's
it's
still
just
out of the way.
it's way it's too far out of the way. You know.
Yeah. Yeah,
I don't
so
know
it's
how. I wonder how they would feel about doing going back to the. I wonder why they're not going back to the Millennium Maxwell House. Does he? I wonder if he feels like it's outgrown it or something,
I know
or
the
maybe too
last time
expensive.
they were there, it was really tight confines for the amount of people actually at the con.
Yeah.
Like it was very tight. I remember that.
Yeah. Okay.
But aside from, the tightness, I mean, I actually I don't know, man. It could literally be that the con has to spread out somewhere that's bigger. And
Mm-hmm.
because the convention space is so big, it makes it feel smaller.
Mm-hmm.
So it's hard to gauge how many people are there. But at the same time, it's like, well, where can we go? And maybe that Murfreesboro space with the multiple hotels could be an option.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping about the ICCCCC out. ICCC will how that will.
ICCCCC con.
Yeah, that's a good test run to see how that goes, man. Because there was one year they tried to have it at the Sheraton Music Center. Um, one where MTAC is always at.
Actually, yeah,
And
they
I heard
they,
like,
they did pretty
yeah,
well there, except for
but
it
the
was
problem was it was the year they had just about everybody, all the voice actors from Star Wars Rebels, I think, was there.
I think was it Malcolm, the guy who did Darth, he was the main bad guy, the guy, not Sidious. What do you
Plagueis,
call
not Plagueis. Darth Maul.
No, not Maul. He's the main guy, like
No,
like
not Rebels. Did I say Rebels? I meant was it Clone Wars or Rebels?
he
It may
was
have
the
been Clone
main bad
Wars.
guy, the main
It
Sith
may have been.
Lord.
It may have been Clone Wars. Anyway, they had a whole bunch of voice actors. What are you talking about? The main Sith
The
guy from
actor,
what?
the main actor
From what?
from the movies. Like he was Senator Palpatine. There we go.
Oh, Ian McDermott. Ian McDermott. That's not right. I know you're talking about. Yeah, 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 yeah. He was he there? He
Hmm.
was there.
He was there
Okay,
actually a couple times.
okay, cool. Yes, he was there. Yeah. But anyway, the hotel was too small
Hmm.
for the convention.
And I found out that they had moved to the convention area. Well, I mean, where AkaiCon was, or actually, they're still there. Simply because the guys who were hosting the guests were
Hmm.
printing posters because they're trying to get an after party for people to go to the hotel.
Oh,
They say, "Hey, we need to print some last minute posters." I'm like, wait a minute, what are you guys doing? Oh shit, you're here. I felt bad because I couldn't go. I was stuck at work, but
yeah,
I could
that's
have
fun.
snuck out. Um, but anyway, but yeah, it's I I don't know, like if it works out for ICC this year,
Hmm. Hmm.
then it might actually work.
It might work. I hope it does. 'Cause
And
I
I
like
think they do the
IC.
weekend, right? The whole weekend.
Yep. Yep. Well, I don't know if they like. I don't know what time they close for the day.
I think they usually close. It's like after 6. It's like it's not. It doesn't stay open like the whole time. It closes up pretty early.
Yeah.
But I mean, even so, it's like if it's at that hotel, it might stay open longer
Hmm. Hmm.
because like I said, that one hotel that came to print after party posters,
Yeah.
they probably won't have to worry about that anymore because they'll be all contained within the same facility, and you won't have to tell people where to go. It's like right there. Hey, you can go up to room 303, and we're gonna have an after party for Q&A. That sort of nonsense. That'd be kind of cool though.
Hmm.
But I think we've been complaining about that for years, haven't we? Just like a proper con space.
Yeah. 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 It's always part of the. It's always part of the conversation.
But now, but hey, when ICC is what, September or August?
No, that's in like. I think it's in May.
Oh gosh, it's that soon. So right after
I think.
MTAC?
I think it's in May. Double check.
Oh
I don't know.
shit.
I don't have. I don't think I have it on my calendar.
I mean, Oh gosh, I think I did. I got stuff on my mic. Hold on. Let me mute myself. So you don't hear me scraping my mic.
Yep, it's May 16th through 18th.
Okay. Okay. Well, if that's the case, my apologies. I got. I'm like eating a snack and I just missed my food. Um, what was I trying to say? um, well, okay, so yeah, so definitely like at least a Saturday or Saturday, Sunday. That way I don't have to miss work.
Right.
But MTAC, I already pledged. Hey, I'm taking this day off. I agreed to this before I took this. Oh yeah,
Oh,
I
I
did
took the
say I
job.
got promoted. But yeah, yeah. Before I took my promotion, hey, I got a prior obligation that I had agreed to, and the boss man was giving me that time off. So,
Yeah. So I would say that's cool. Yeah.
which means, oh shoot, that means I gotta hit up Courtney. I gotta.
Big, big Courtney, big duo.
Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah. Man, he's been putting in some work in Memphis.
Oh gosh, yeah, and he's putting out. I mean, he's working with all the people I want to work with too. That's the funny thing. But I give him credit. He's working. And it's looking good.
Yeah.
And that's what matters. People want to work with you because you're available and easy to get over
Available
to.
and you producing good stuff. So it's nice. And it just looks like he just keeps getting better and better. That's the best part.
Hmm. Yep.
I'll get there one day.
He'll get. What are you talking about, man?
I'll get there.
Oh my word. I think what our problem is it's a lack of um it's the lack of people interested. That's what it feels
Well,
like, at least on my side.
yeah. A lot of times it's me it's time. Like a lot of times when people want to do stuff, I'm at work. Like I work second shift Monday through Thursday, so I'm at work from 2 to 9.
Uh
A lot of times it's like, oh man, oh yeah, I'm at work. Oh man, what you at work? Oh, I'm at work. No, and
well,
then
like in my case, I have my weekends back, so yay. Um, but the place I work at, I have access to use the studio after hours. So
oh, that's cool.
yeah, so I could use it after close, just sign paperwork saying, "Hey, I used the facility and I broke nothing."
Hmm. That's real
um,
good. That's real good.
but my issue has really been like people interested in working with me. So it's just like, yeah, that's my current gripe. But I don't know.
Oh man, I'm just trying to give Will. Say you give Will to 11:30. And I'm
Well,
gonna try. Let me go ahead. I might just try and go. Oh, oh, oh.
I haven't heard anybody say anything. I could
Oh,
check
okay.
the messages again.
Because I do have to work in the morning. And And maybe for a change, I should actually get off early so I and save my energy.
I mean, that's fine,
Sometimes,
man.
because sometimes we'll be on here and I'm like, man, I gotta get up in 5 hours. Like, well, we be going, man. It'd be fun. Sitting there cutting up. Next thing I know, it's like, man, it's 2 o'clock and I gotta get up in five. I gotta get up in 5 hours.
Hmm.
Sometimes I straight up lose track of time and like I look down, okay, it's 12 o'clock. We got time. I look back down, like, man, it's 1:30.
Golly, yeah.
Like, man, get up. We've just played, our pickup, so and I already know you haven't watched Daredevil, so I can't talk to you about Daredevil.
Ah,
I haven't watched this week's episode, so you're in the clear.
wow. I feel so accomplished by knowing that.
That's why I got the comic book just to rub it in your face.
Apparently, apparently,
Yeah, and Murdoch's creeping in the background just to like let you know he's quote unquote watching you.
yeah. Like I saw the whole thing. He just like,
Like I've been watching you this whole time, not watching my show.
I see you. You don't see me. Oh my goodness. Yeah. I actually what was it? Did they? I heard that they brought back Punisher.
I guess I haven't watched this week's episode, so I don't know yet.
Okay, maybe
But
that's
apparently he's in the show because he's been in a lot of the promo photos.
okay. So he's back
Yeah,
somehow, some way.
yeah.
Because I heard he was about to walk.
Well, yeah. Well, you talking about the actors who was going to leave?
Yeah, the
Well,
actor was like, "Hey, if you don't let me portray the character
mhm.
like I was allowed to, because he's not a hunky dory, simple character. He's violent. You know, he's the Punisher."
Yeah. No, he can't be on no PG or G-rated movie, man. Get out of here. He needs to be.
Yeah.
Needs to be
So whatever deal they struck with him, that's probably why he's on the show. That's the only way I could see that working.
man. I'm so happy I got this figure. This thing looks so cool. I need to find me some UV lights over the weekend. They probably got some at Walmart, right? Or Home Depot or something like that.
Yeah, there are. You can get UV lights in a variety of places, man. You
Okay.
can also just order like a little UV light. Or actually, you
Well,
don't even have to order. You can just go buy something like at the dollar store.
that's what I'm saying. I could probably go to the store, right?
Yeah.
So, okay. Because I've got some of my Amazon wish list, a flashlight, a UV light wish list. But I was like, man, I could probably just go to the store and get one.
Yeah, so you should be able to do that pretty easily.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and do that. All right.
Although it probably kill the batteries with dicking around.
That's all right.
But for the most part, yeah, I mean, if it reacts with UV light, sick. Although,
It does. It does because he showed it to me. He shined his UV light on it.
well, I was thinking about the purple light you mentioned
Oh yeah. I'm gonna try that tomorrow. Try that tomorrow.
because
I think I have a purple gel. I don't know if I have a purple gel.
I mean, you should have gels, man. And if you don't,
I
I
have a
got
gel.
plenty.
I mean to do this tomorrow. I don't know if I have a purple gel. I'll look.
Okay.
I'll look tomorrow through my gels. I can remember what
And you
color
still have a
gels I
speed light that's not. Yeah, you got a replacement speed light some time ago, right?
Yes.
Okay. So
I
then,
haven't used it in a long time.
I
Man, I
mean,
haven't used that speed light in a long time, man.
batteries.
Wow. I haven't used it in so long I forgot I had it.
Well, I mean, the other one you kind of blew up, so
Yeah, the bulb died on it, man. I remember when I was shooting and the smoke was coming out of that damn thing.
Pop.
And that was the 530, 580,
That was the Canon
the
one.
580. It was I
Yeah,
think it was a 580. 580 EX2, man, the high end five. It was a $500 damn speed light, dude. I'm sitting there shooting. All I heard was pop. I'm like, what was that? I'm like, I started smelling something that was on fire. I'm like, what's that smell? I looked at my damn speed light was smoking. I'm like, what? I took another shot. Pop. I'm like, okay, this thing is done.
and you know what's messed up? If he had waited like maybe an hour, let it cool off, it might still have been working.
Yeah, man. I wonder if I still have that speed light. I have to go through my stuff and see if I still have that. I think I threw it away because at one point in time I was thinking about like actually trying to change the bulb and all that stuff in it,
Yeah, I mean,
uh,
you still can.
but I don't know if I have it. I'll
I
double check.
mean, I
'Cause that
took
thing
apart a
was.
lens and put it back together. Minus the ribbon be giving me grief. It works. You could do the same thing with a speed light as long as you don't touch the capacitors.
Mhm.
Like, please don't touch the capacitor.
No, I won't. I won't touch the capacitor.
Yeah, because
That's
that
how.
shit will go. Bah!
That's what makes time travel possible.
The flux capacitor. That's what you need. Man, if you had something like that for Flash, you would never run out of juice.
Mm.
Just imagine how many shots you get with that. Anyways,
Anyway,
aside from the accidental possibility of frying the entire area. Bah! Ah! Where'd everybody go?
shit.
Fuck! Send them back to the past.
Send him back to the past. Like Samurai Jack. Back. Well, he went to the future. He wanted to get back to the past. Like back to the past. Man, Samurai Jack. Anyway, all right, man. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and get off here and get some sweet tonight for a change.
Okay, well,
If that's cool with you.
that's fine, man. My back is a little but I'm 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 not asleep like I was last week.
I know, right? That's. I was
I was like,
really hoping. I was really hoping you'd fall asleep again tonight.
I caught him live. Look.
So you were like, man, this dude felt. I talked Tony to sleep again.
And you know what's bad is like I heard you guys talking and I was trying to like, no, don't go to sleep.
Hmm. Yeah,
That
yeah, boy. You were
was so
out.
bad.
It
That
was
was
good.
so.
It was good. It was so good.
I mean, hey, look, it's good for you, but it was bad for me, and it was
Oh,
entertaining for the viewers. So,
it was real good for you. You got some sleep.
ah, man,
I don't know how
I
good
did,
it was, but you got some sleep.
it did not feel that great. I could tell you that. Uh,
Oh man.
but uh, but for the most part, yeah, that like sleeping is a part of what makes us people, humans. But in any case, so with that said, I guess we're gonna call it for the night. Is that what we're
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead. Guess
okay?
I'll try and go to sleep early tonight for a change. I'll probably wake up real early in the morning, like, damn it.
Well, I mean, hey, look, you woke up early, you won't be late.
Yeah, no, no. See, I'll wake up real early and I'll go back to sleep. Stupid. Like, I can't be on time. That's against the rules.
You can't be on time. That's a whack excuse, sir. If I could be there early, you can too.
Nah,
Uh,
they'll look at me funny. Wait a second.
why is Rashad here so
Why are
early?
you here so early?
Can't have them asking those questions.
Nope, 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 nope. Ask all the questions.
But that being said, I guess I'll go ahead and walk us out then.
Cool. All right, man.
So, with that being said, we want to wish everybody on the replay squad, a good evening, and of course, thank you for coming to our live and or talking about toys, fandom, and of course, our lives, being silly. Um, but for most part, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for joining the conversation, and you guys, like, comment, and subscribe, as it were. And yeah, just overall, hope you guys had a good time. And thank you for joining us. And we will see you next week. Thank you for joining.